The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has finally broken his silence in the anti-Sterlite protest. This with the death toll rising to a total of 4. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister appeals for peace. Says some protesters have indulged in violence. Some protesters pelted stones at the collector's office. The police had no option but to act. Tamil Nadu government will take all necessary legal steps here on this. This of course coming in on a very aggressive note, so to say, by the Chief Minister. Instead of appealing for peace and calm or asking for the state police to act in restraint, given the fact that 4 protesters have lost their lives, the Tamil Nadu government, the Chief Minister, saying protesters have been violent instead. This is the kind of statement now that is coming from the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister in accusing the protesters of indulging in violence, in saying protesters have pelted stones. The police had no action but to act. And this is given the fact that 4 protesters have died in these protests. In the wake of these fatalities, you have the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister saying that the police had no choice, no option but to act.
Well, people doesn't like, we are with the people. If people likes, we are with people. That is our stand. Okay. Okay. Already in 2013, Sir Protestor given clearly that in any way Sterlite should not be here in Tamil Nadu. So that case has been pending in the Supreme Court. Our Additional Advocate General on 4th May strongly objected that we never allow Sterlite in Tamil Nadu. So we are very clear.
Okay, that's of course a statement here that's coming from one of the state ministers there in Tamil Nadu. We're also going to be playing out the exact quote that is coming from the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. But you have the AIADMK state government there saying that they have always stood against Sterlite. Given the fact that the decision on this is pending in the Supreme Court, they're making their party stand. Now they're taking a political stand on this shamefully. They're making the AIADMK stand very clear on this, that Amma Jayalalitha had been against the setting up of Sterlite Industries. There in fact has been no such assurance, at least by the government, that the police would not be acting in this manner and would practice restraint, given the fact that 4 protesters have lost their lives. Correspondent Pramod getting us further inputs here on this. Pramod, how is this statement by the Chief Minister being received? There are no assurances in this for the protesters, for the affected locals and villagers. Instead, he's accusing the protesters of being violent and saying that the state police had no action, had no choice but to act in this manner.
Well, the protesters and the people in Thoothukudi who are protesting against this Sterlite factory are not very much amused about the Chief Minister's statement, because it's, for one part it is already delayed, and the other part is like still there is no confirmation as to how many have died in this clash, because there are varying numbers. There are pictures of 4 people already, and it is being stated that the death toll could go up to 6, but there is no confirmation from the government's end. And when we spoke to Jayakumar, the Fisheries Minister, he simply stated that Tamil Nadu government is for the people, and it is like it has already all the time opposed Sterlite. It's very confusing because AIDMK is opposed Sterlite, DMK is opposed Sterlite, and consecutively they have the only 2 parties that have come to power for the past 20 years. Still Sterlite has been operating in Tamil Nadu for that period, and people in that area have also been like opposing it for that long period, and they have also been like, for many times they have brought out their concerns about how people are dying over there, especially due to cancer, and how the government has not, any government has not worked on it. But right now at this situation, the EPS comes forward and the Chief Minister states is that as the people involved in arson, and that's the reason the cops had to resort to firing. Already 144 was imposed. No, the Chief Minister is not giving any kind of direction as to what measures were taken earlier to control the crowd. That is a question that's being put forward by various leaders or activists. What kind of action was taken earlier? Because 100 days, this is a 100 day. The first day also the same kind of protests occurred in Thoothukudi. That time more people were there. Close to 20,000 people also were there at point. But no, this kind of violence was reported from Thoothukudi at that situation. But right now 4 people are reportedly dead, but the Chief Minister has not said anything about it in his statement.
That's right. Pramod, is the government, the chief minister, just going to stop at making a political statement that their own party has all along, at the time of Jayalalitha as well, given that this is a 20-year-old issue that we're looking at, the AIDMK has all along stood against the setting up and the existence of the Sterlite plant in that given area. Are they just going to be stopping at making this political statement right now, or are they going to be sending out any assurances, even a condolence message for the affected families? 4 lives that have been lost in this.
Well, it's very unfortunate that the Chief Minister has not given any kind of condolence message to the people who have died, and not even affirmed that so many people have died, or what was the situation, how many people are injured. There is no report of that kind of information in that particular statement. It's very disheartening that the Chief Minister of a state goes ahead and gives such a blatant statement, that too for 20,000 people from the state who have gathered to protest against Sterlite, and he has not even, he gives a reason. Once again, this is kind of like a repetition of what he did in 2017 also. There was a protest in Kadaramangalam against ONGC. That time also he blamed the people, and the same thing he has done again. He is blaming the people for whatever occurred over there, but he's not ready to tell what kind of measures were taken by the cops. Be it MK Stalin or be it any other leader from the state right now. Even Kala's director Par Ranjit states that the government is trying to change or convert the protest of the people against an institution as a protest against the government, which is completely absurd. And it seems like, as per the lines of Par Ranjit, only even Chief Minister's statement can be read for now.
That's right. Pramod, what are we expecting next on ground? This is day 100 of the protests that we're looking at today. 4 fatalities today itself. What are we expecting next? Are the protests to further intensify then?
Well, for now, all the they have acquired support from various battalions from Madurai and Nellai, and also SPs from various districts are in that location. We could see the visuals that police presence have been extremely increased in that area, and 144 has already been imposed since yesterday. DGP TK Rajendran has also made it very clear, and even Jayakumar states that the situation is under control. However, when we spoke to the people with extreme difficulty, because there is no communication with the district of Thoothukudi, we have come to know that violence and certain kind of protests are still occurring in various parts of this district, because people have come from various villages. They are not from one village, but from various villages around Thoothukudi. So it's like the police are finding it extremely difficult to control the situation. But the situation has calmed down a bit after police firing, and everybody has come to know right now that 4 people have died, and they are only feeling very bad for them, and they're actually in a kind of remorse now.
Pramod, many thanks for getting us those details. This is, of course, images of the protest turning violent. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, of course, already accusing the protesters of arson and saying that the police had no choice but to act in this way, the result of which 4 people now reported dead.